Hey everyone, this is Ryan, health fitness professional with the Cardinal Health site in Mansfield, Massachusetts. Today I have a new set of 4 different exercises for you. This is something I'm doing first thing in the morning. It's about 8 o'clock right now, so what I would really like to do is use these exercises to help loosen up my body a little bit. I'm a little bit less stiff for the rest of my day, and I hope you can feel the same way after this video. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is work on my shoulders. We're not doing any crazy stretches right there. We're just going to move them forward and back. The best way I want to do this for this morning is head down, and I'm going to rotate my shoulders in a backwards motion here. So moving them forward on the way up and back on the way down. And I normally like to do this for about 30 seconds for each rotation. So we got about 10 seconds left. So let's get a couple more in. Make sure you're breathing as you move up and down. Let's do one more. All right, rotating the other way now. So back on the way up and forward on the way down. Again, keeping my head down for the entirety of the motion here. So this should last just about a minute. Get a little squeeze in for the back. On our way up here. Let's do 3 more. Last one here. And relax. Head up, straighten out your back. Let's move on to our next exercise. So next up we're going to do a seated toe touch. So I'm going to move my chair back. A little side view for you. And I already know I'm not going to go too far with this one. Just want to reach forward, keeping my head down again. Do your best to keep your legs as straight as possible. Rounding your back. And I'm really feeling a good stretch in here for my lower back as well as a little bit of my hamstrings. Now I know my knees aren't the most straight right now. Again, that's just because I'm very, very stiff. So you might want to go back a little bit so you can straighten out your knees. Or if you really feel like you want to grab your ankles or your shins instead, and if you just have a slight bend in the knee, that's fine, so long as you feel a good stretch in for your hamstrings. And we're going to continue this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes down as you recede back, straighten out your back. The head should be the last thing to come up. Alright, next up we're going to take one arm and bring it behind our back. I think for this one I'm going to be on my knees. You can do this on your chair if you'd like. I'm removing my chair so I can move around a little bit better and you can see what I'm doing from the front and from behind. So my hand is right behind my back. And I've done something like this before where you can grab a towel and pull so that you can get more of a stretch in for the front of the shoulder right here. The other thing you can do if you're flexible enough is grab that wrist and give it just a nice little tug like so. And for some, this is all you need. Again, it really depends on how stiff you are for the morning. And I would recommend you hold for about 15 to 30 seconds with each side. So we'll finish this side in 3, 2, 1. Release, nice and slow. Bring that arm down, and then we'll move the other arm to this side. So, just like before, we'll grab that wrist if we can, and give it just a slight tug outward. Keeping that core nice and tight. Deep breaths here. Upright back, just like this. And 3, 2, 1, release. Alright, I'm going to grab my chair back, and we're going to move on to our final exercise together. So the last exercise, we're going to work on our glutes, which I know mine are very tight in the morning. And we're going to do that with a piriformis motion. So I think the way I want to do it today is on my table. So normally I would have everyone take one ankle and put it right on the knee and press down. But for today, I'm going to use my table. Alright, so with this we're going to swing the leg up. Make sure the ankle is on the desk nice and steady. And for some of you, like myself, you'll notice that the knee is not on the table. That's fine. Just standing here alone gives me a pretty good stretch in my glute area. So With that said, if you want to get a little more of a stretch, I would say you can walk your hands forward. And you'll notice that my knee is going down a little bit as I do that. Feel free to walk as far forward as you'd like to, or as far as your desk will let you. You'll notice that I went the longer way so I could perform this better. And I would say hold for about 15 to 30 seconds, whatever works best for you, whether that's time or if you just feel like it's that tough of a stretch and you need to give yourself a little less time. So I'm going to finish here in 3, 2, 1. Walking back nice and slow, lifting the knee up first, and then I can bring my foot down to the floor. So I'm going to finish my video here. I know you all can take your own time with the stretches I showed you for this video, so thank you all for joining me today. If you're looking for services from us that are similar to desk stretches, we do also have the stretch and flexibility playlist on our YouTube page, as well as trigger point training from our live sessions when we were doing that just a few months back. So be sure to check those out as well. You can also look at our webpage to see what other services we are providing for you, whether you're working from home still or if you're back in the office with us. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next workout.